Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending when you're going to be seeing this video. It's your brother, your boy, courserepscorner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
The European Union Election Observer Mission says Saturday's presidential and National Assembly elections lacked transparency and operational efficiency, thereby reducing trust in the process. The EU Chief Election Observer Barry Andrews said this during the presentation of his preliminary statement to members of the media. Andrews explained that poor planning by INEC in critical stages and the lack of effective public communication reduced trust in the process.
Transform the transparency of the election. Those expectations were not met in a significant number of cases. The operation of the BVAS machines was not, it was significantly impaired in certain areas. We noted the operation of IREV during the course of the evening wasn't what was expected. We noted that in some instances the offline uploading of results onto BVAS machines was not done systematically. So there were other issues that we noted, and but we don't do them on a polling unit per polling unit basis. We simply did it across all of the observations that we obtained across the entire country.
The EU Election Observer Mission statement also said the presidential and National Assembly elections were marred by the late deployment of personnel and materials, just as polling procedures were not always followed.
When an electoral offence takes place, it is down to the state authorities to investigate that. However, we have noted that there have been abuses of incumbency, where those who wish to organise rallies where governors are not of the same party, that they have been hindered in some way. We have seen instances in which there have been intimidation, and therefore we took note of these issues, and these fall well short of international standards that Nigeria has set for itself. And we would encourage these cases to be prosecuted, because impunity it discourages people from taking part, and this is not up to the standards of inclusivity that we want to see in these elections.
The EU mission said that polling staff struggled to complete results forms which were not posted publicly in most polling units. The EU Election Observer Mission deployed 110 observers from EU member states as well as Canada, Norway and Switzerland.
International election observer groups say the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has failed to meet up with the provisions of Electoral Act 2022. Unchecked political violence and lack of transparency are part of the mission's observation during the just concluded polls.
The mission's report says despite the much-needed reforms from the Electoral Act of 2022, the election still fell short of expectations.
Voters' trust in the process has been shaken by INEC's lack of transparency. There were numerous missed opportunities to explain the cause and extent of election day challenges. The combined effect of these problems disenfranchised Nigerian voters in many parts of the country, although the scope and scale are currently unknown. As the nation awaits the results of the electoral process, and with only 2 weeks until the March gubernatorial elections, the mission calls on INEC to be more proactive and responsive to stakeholder inquiries. We urge them to release official results in a timely and transparent manner. Nigerian political parties and candidates to cooperate in good faith with INEC.
It is disheartening that Nigeria has less than 10% of women in elected office, while the country with 63% women representation globally is on the continent of Africa.
As part of their recommendation, proper training of the ad hoc staff of the use of beavers and other gadgets before the March 11 election, among other logistical issues, is key to better future elections.
INEC should engage in proactive, regular, and transparent communications and outreach to the Nigerian public and relevant stakeholders related to electoral developments, electoral delays, and cancellations, and make such information immediately available on its website to the public.